The beginning after the end, one of the best work of fiction in recent years, is finally getting an anime. It's completely normal to be hyped for it, since it has one of the best stories in recent years, with its world building and well-written characters that rival with tales like ReZero and Mushoku Tensei. It's only natural that this world-famous series gets the same high-quality anime as those.
What the?
The last time a popular story got done dirty this badly was in 2016 with the Berserk adaptation, and at least that had actual movement and animation. I mean, imagine getting your hands on one of the most popular IP in recent years, only to completely ruin it. I don't know why in the last few years, more and more popular series get this sort of treatment. I mean, back in the early 2000s, when a popular series got an anime, the worst thing that could happen was getting a horrible ending. Now, me personally, as a solo animator, I find this insulting to my craft. I mean, animation is supposed to be a medium where you bring stories and character to life, which is precisely why I find it insulting that the manhwa has more movement than the actual anime. I mean, how is it possible that a drawing manages to convey more emotion to the viewer than an animation? In the manhwa, you can feel the intensity in the eyes, in the movement, there's tension in the fight. Meanwhile, in the anime, none of these are conveyed to the viewer. Now, to show you how bad it is, I'll compare two scenes. One from Mushoku Tensei, and one from the beginning after the end. In this scene, some shots don't contain a lot of animation. The faces and expression of the characters manage to convey the feeling of life and movement. For example, when Rudeus tries to bargain with the kidnappers, even though they aren't moving, the dynamic camera angles and their face conveys emotion that, accompanied with Rudeus's magic, make the lack of movement less apparent. Now let's look at what the beginning after the end does on the other end.
Wait.
Do I even have to say why this looks horrendous? The camera angles are as unoriginal as a black-haired MC in a power fantasy. The faces lacks as much emotion as your girlfriend in bed. And finally, the lack of movement is as apparent as a Discord moderator living in their mom's basement. So me, as an animator, I took it upon myself to reanimate this scene. Because if they aren't going to do the beginning after the end justice, then I will. Huh?
これはいただくよ。
戻ってくるのが遅くないか。おい、しょんべんでもするのか。なんだ。
Huh?
どうした。気をつけろ。その鍵は魔術師だ。子供の魔術師だって。これは珍しい。そういうことなら目の前に降ってきた金の卵を間違って殺さないようにしないと。だろ。生け通りだ。あの娘より高値で売れるかもしれねえんだからよ。
何をするつもりだ。
死ぬなよ、坊主。諦めろ。叶うわけねえだろ。
ならば。
Now, I know what some of you might say. hey, this doesn't look good, or the anime has better drawings. Well, of course, I'm not a multi-million-dollar animation studio. However, I still managed to make this scene more animated than the actual animation studio. Just by making the clothes and the hair move a little bit, I made it feel more alive than whatever the anime tried doing. Also, I forgot to add something, so I'm gonna say it now, but at some point in the animation, when I was done with half of the animation, my Apple Pencil literally broke, so I had to do the rest of the animation with my finger, and I still was able to draw more frames than the anime. I mean, I'm not the best animator on the planet, but at least I actually animate instead of calling a drawing with action lines movement. Like in the anime, whenever they talked, their heads rarely moved, so I added some movement to it just to make it less apparent. If you guys want a deeper explanation on how I created the animation, let me know in the comments. With the third season of One Punch Man coming, I might have to reanimate Saitama vs Garou, or whatever you guys want. So don't forget to like and subscribe if you don't want to miss any future content.